game day in the Dome. It's exciting times. Favorite part of my job. You know, we get 6 of them this year. Opportunity to coach these guys in this environment, and I'm just excited to put what we've been working on the last year since we finished up in that Texas Bowl. Put it out there and kick off the season against a well-coached Villanova team. So it's an exciting time, and just can't wait to get started. With that, any questions?
Coach, could you just expand from the other day on their quarterback? He's obviously a veteran guy and, just as comfortable running as passing.
Yeah, John Robertson, Villanova quarterback, excellent football player, preseason accolades, preseason All-American in a couple of spots, and definitely warranted. He's he's a dual threat quarterback. Exactly, what he sounds like is what he is on tape. He's a competitor. He never gives up. He's had some great fourth quarter pushes, and he's taken his team in tough situations to victory. And we're looking forward to competing against him. Fine football player.
Scott, Rodney Williams was one of the guys who kind of jumped out at us, especially at the scrimmage and fourth round.
exactly.